So welcome student in our today's section of subject hydraulics. Today's section of subject power engineering and refrigeration. Today we are going to take the types of this gas turbine. Types of So the first type is constant volume combustion gas turbine. So the types of combustion, and other type of combustion is constant pressure gas turbine. Before this, just to can overlook on of this. Okay. So in last lecture we see about this gas turbine. Then what is gas turbine? It is the device which converts this kinetic energy of this high pressure gases into the mechanical work here. So these are the four important components of it are air compressor, the combustion chamber and turbine wheel. This is the simple diagram for this gas turbine here. Okay, you can see here also this is a compressor, a combustion chamber and turbine. Okay, just types of radial compressor, axial compressor, there is a combustion chamber. We see about this turbines which we are going to use for this. What is turbine, their applications and types of gas turbine. So gas turbines can be divided into two main categories. First one, it is the constant volume combustion gas turbine, and another one is the constant pressure or continuous combustion type gas turbine. So this is the simple diagram for this constant volume or explosion type of gas turbine. So where are these three important main components? This is the first important component, which is combustion chamber, and it is our gas turbine, and it is compressor here. So this air is get sucked here by this compressor. This compressor compresses this air and it send it to this combustion chamber by valve V1 and V2. यहाँ पे देखिए क्या हो रहा है, हमारा एयर कंप्रेसर क्या कर रहा है, V1 और V2 दो वॉल्व से कंबशन चेंबर में हाई प्रेशर एयर सेंड कर रहा है, और वॉल्व V3 से क्या हो रहा है, वॉल्व V3 से फ्यूल को अंदर भेजा जा रहा है. When air and fuel is sent inside this combustion chamber, both these three walls V1, V2, V3 get close. तीनों वॉल्स को क्या कर लिया जाएगा, क्लोज कर लिया जाएगा, और कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम पे क्या होगा, अंदर कंबशन चेंबर में बर्निंग ऑफ द गैसेस होगा. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, एक नॉन रिटर्न वॉल रहेगा कि जब अंदर का फ्यूल गैसेस का बर्न होके जब एग्जॉस्ट गैसेस बनेंगे, और उस एग्जॉस्ट गैसेस का जब टेम्परेचर प्रेशर बहुत ज़्यादा हाई रहेगा, तब क्या होगा, ये वॉल ओपन होगा और ये हाई प्रेशर टेम्परेचर गैसेस कहाँ पास होंगे, इस टर्बाइन में ही है यहाँ पे. और उस टर्बाइन में क्या होगा, गैसेस का एक्सपेंशन होगा और प्रेशर एनर्जी ऑफ दिस गैसेस गेट कन्वर्टेड इनटू द मैकेनिकल एनर्जी. सो हियर यू कैन सी दिस इज द लोड. सो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, ये लोड कनेक्ट रहेगा इससे. तो यहाँ पे तुम बोल सकते हो प्रैक्टिकली लोड विल बी इट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द जनरेटर. ये टर्बाइन शाफ्ट को क्या कनेक्ट रहेगा, जनरेटर शाफ्ट, उसे हम लोग सिंपली बोलते हैं लोड. और फिर क्या होगा, द गैसेस, द एक्सपांडेड गैसेस विच हैविंग हाई टेम्परेचर बट लो प्रेशर. तो ये लो प्रेशर गैसेस जो रहेंगे, एग्जॉस्ट गैस, ये हम पास कर देंगे बॉयलर में. बॉयलर में क्या होगा, as these exhaust gases having high temperature but low pressure, so we don't want to take with this pressure, but its temperature can be used inside this boiler to vaporize the feeded water. And after this the we are using the heat of this exhaust gases to convert this water into the steam, and then this steam is get sent to the turbine here, which is steam turbine. This steam turbines are usually low pressure turbine, and this low pressure turbine or low pressure steam rotates this turbine here, causes us to produce the power. Using this motor can be run, and again we can use this power produced by the steam turbine to run the compressor here. Okay, so this is these are the extra parts, but important thing is that here when you close this valve V1, V2, V3, then at constant volume the fuel is get burned here, so we name it as a constant volume combustion gas turbine. In this combustion process, the combustion process is carried out as constant volume, and turbine works on the Atkinson cycle. Air is taken from the atmosphere by compressor The pressurized air enter into the combustion through valve V1 and V2. The valve V1 and V2 are closed after combustion chamber filled. The required amount of fuel is injected in the combustion chamber through valve V3 and then closed. The air-fuel mixture is ignited by means of the electric spark. The combustion occurs at constant volume as valves are closed. During explosion process, instantaneous process rise occurs of about 101.4 Newton per centimeter squares and the non-return wall at the top of the combustion chamber forced to opens outwardly. This permits the combustion product to escape and passes through the gas turbine. In this turbine causes expansion of exhaust gases in the nozzle and drop its pressure. So heat energy get converted into the kinetic energy, and using this kinetic energy we can going to operate this load here. Then talking about the advantages, it is small in size, compressor is required which reduces the power consumption of the engine. Now we are going to see another type which is constant pressure or continuous combustion gas turbine. Again it is having the same three important parts. First one is the compressor, then turbine and this combustion chamber. Okay, so a compressor compresses sucks the atmospheric air, then compresses it and send it to the combustion chamber. Inside the combustion chamber the fuel also comes, and here the combustion of the gases takes place, and after the combustion the exhaust gases having very high temperature and pressure here. This high temperature high pressure gases are then sent to the turbine. Okay, then after this these gases get expanded inside the blades of this turbine, causes to rotate this turbine here, and we get the work output. This turbine is connected with the compressor because the compressor needs energy to run itself. So the power produced by the turbine, the part of this power is utilized by the compressor to run or to work here. Okay, so this is the constant pressure gas turbine. Here the combustion process takes place at this constant pressure. Okay. So now we are going to study this gas turbine with the regenerator. So what is regenerator? Here I am going to explain, you just listen to it. The diagrammatic arrangement of simple cycle with the heat exchanger called as regenerator. Here you can see it is the regenerator. Regenerator, it is what? It is the heat exchanger. Heat exchanger means there is a heat exchange takes place. Heat exchange, here you can see the one line is coming from this turbine, and you know what moves out from the turbine. From the turbine we get the exhaust gases. So this is the exhaust gases line, and this is the another line which is coming from the compressor. Means you know from this compressor we are getting the compressed air. So what you can see, this exhaust gases which is having low pressure but having high temperature, so they can lose their heat, and this compressed air can absorb the heat, and so that this temperature of this air coming out from the compressor increases, and when this high temperature air goes inside this combustion chamber, there will be the more production of heat will be takes place, and you may say the efficiency of this whole cycle got increases here. Okay, so this shows that the temperature of the compressed gas has been raised by T2 in the heat exchanger with a fall of the exhaust gas. The higher temperature gases will discharge by the turbine at the end of the expansion. This high temperature waste heat can be utilized to preheat the compressed air. So here what we are doing, we are going to use this high temperature exhaust gases from the turbine to preheat this compressed air before entering the combustion chamber. The reheating is done in a counterflow type heat exchanger called regenerator. So here the reheating of this compressed air is going to be takes place, so that's why we name it as a regenerator. With regenerator there is no change in the compressor work, turbine work, and hence net work. Okay. But there is substitutional reduction in the fuel consumption to bring the air to required turbine in the temperature. So result is increase in the thermal efficiency. So here by using this regenerator we are going to increase the thermal efficiency. So regenerative is a thermodynamic process that utilizes the remaining energy in exhaust gas from this gas turbine to heat the air entering the gas turbine. This process can be made by heat exchange between the exhaust gases and compressed air by utilizing shell and tube type heat exchanger. So here you can see the regenerative air standard gas turbine cycle. Here the same diagram, we can see this is compressor, then this is the combustion chamber, and before this combustion chamber it is having a tube type, it passing through the tube type heat exchanger, and in that tube type heat exchanger there is also a passing of this exhaust gases which is having high temperature. So here in that heat exchanger this compressed air is get heated by the heat of the exhaust gases. So here you can see this is the process 1 to 2 on this TS diagram. This is the 1 to 2. This is the process of compression, and after this compression, this is the process of 2 to 3 of combustion. So you can see this is the process of 2 to 3 of heat combustion. But before entering to this 2 dash or 2 slash point, this inside the heat exchanger, the temperature and entropy of these gases goes on increasing. So this 2 to 2 dash, it is the increase in the energy of this gas air is caused due to the heat exchanger here. Okay, then this is about 2 dash to 3, this is the process takes place inside this combustion chamber. Then 3 to 4, it is the expansion of these gases at constant enthalpy, entropic expansion. Okay, then after 3 to 4, after this 4, these gases are left to the atmosphere and then they are passing through the heat exchanger. Here this is 4 to 1, this is the process. Okay. Now we are going to see this gas turbine with intercooling. So gas turbine power plant with intercooling is in intercooling a heat exchanger is used to cool the compressed gases at the time of compression process. When the compressor involves the high and low pressure unit in it, the intercooler could be installed between them to cool down the flow. This is student, this is similar to the topic which we take in the chapter number 3, that why multi-staging is required in the air compressor. So here we are going to use the multi-staging. You may say low pressure compressor and high pressure compressor, and between this we are going to use the intercooler to cool the exhaust gases. Okay, just wait a minute. This cooling process will decrease the work needed for the compression in the high pressure unit. The cooling fluid can be water, air. In marine gas turbine, the sea water is used to cool the fluid. It is observed that a successful implementation of the intercooler can improve the gas turbine output. The regenerative air standard gas. So this is the systematic diagram for this. Systematic diagram for this gas turbine with intercooling. You can see this is the LPC, means low pressure compression stage, and this is the HPC, means high pressure compression stage. And after this compression of these gases inside this low pressure compressor, after this we are going to cool the air here. Because of this cooling, the volume of this air get decreases, and then this cool low volume low pressure air is then passed to this high pressure compressor here, and here this after the compression of this high pressure compressor, this air is then sent to the combustion chamber. Rest process is same, but because of this intercooling, what is happening, the work needed to compress this gas is get decreases. Here you can see this cooling process will decreases the work needed to compress the high pressure unit. If you are using the single compressor unit, then more work will be required to supply to the compressor. But if we are going to use the intercooler and two separate compressor, first one is the low pressure compressor and another one is the high pressure compressor, then low work supplied will be required to produce the compressor there. Rest process is same. Here you can see this is a gas turbine with intercooling. This is the 1 to 2, it is a low pressure compression, then 2 to 3 it is the intercooling between, and then this 3 to 4 it is the high pressure compression. Here you can see this area under this 3 to 1, it is the reduction in the work which will be need to supplied there. Okay, so this is the simple TS diagram for this gas turbine with intercooler. Okay, so in the next section we will see about this gas turbine with the reheating. This chapter is quite small as compared to the other chapters. The rest we are going to see this jet propulsion, then turbojet engine, then turbojet, turboprop, then ramjet and rocket propulsion. All this we are going to see in the next section. After this we are having some numericals and chapter will get end there. After this the last chapter is refrigeration and air conditioning. This chapter is I like that chapter personally, refrigeration and air conditioning. Okay, so I am going to stop this today's section here. Thank you. See you in the next section.